All right, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about motion blur and giving you a quick example of how it works and why you should be using it in everything that you're doing. Motion blur is kind of like taking a photo of a fast moving object, like for instance a car. If the shutter stays open longer, the movement smears slightly. That tricks our brain into thinking that the motion is real and it's smooth. And this is something you see with everything. You just don't notice it because it's so subtle, but it's how it works. So on this solid that I created here with a mask, we're going to press P on it to bring up our position, and then we're going to hit this stopwatch for a keyframe. Then we're going to go to the end of the clip over here, and we're going to hit this diamond button to add another keyframe. Then I want you to go to the number on the left where it says 400, and we're just going to slide this to the right. Now if we go to the beginning of your footage and we press play, you're going to see it moving across, but it looks way too sharp, and this is not natural because there's no motion blur inside of this shape over here. Now if I hit this motion blur button, you're going to see it adds a bit of a blur to the edges. Now to show you the extreme effect that it has, we're going to move this keyframe over here to around the 2-second mark instead. And as you can see, there's a lot more motion blur on this circle as it's moving. Now if I bring it back to the start and I take motion blur off, you're going to see how sharp it is. And that just does not look realistic or pleasing at all. Now I'm going to add motion blur back on and you can see how smooth it is. As you can see, motion blur makes things look a lot more realistic, and that's something that's natural to the eye. So definitely make sure that you turn this on when you have assets or anything in general moving inside of your footage. And here's a little bonus tip. If you highlight both of these keyframes over here, you right click them and you go to keyframe assistant and you go to easy ease. If you click this graph editor button right over, you're going to get this little graph over here. And if you grab this one at the left, which is your furthest keyframe, and you pull this toggle right over here to the left, that's going to make it go fast and then gradually come in slow. And if I hit the play button, you're going to see how it eases in a lot more. And you could play with this toggle to figure out exactly how you want it to go, fast into slow, but that just eases the motion back in. This has a lot of use cases too, and the graph editor is really good when you want to add keyframes to make things go back and forth or smooth out motion. But yeah, this is just a creative way to show you exactly how to make it a little smoother when you're creating an animation with something like this too. I hope this tutorial clarified for you guys when motion blur is used and why we use it, and the little graph editor trick that I showed you on top of it. On the next tutorial, I'll be showing you guys some other tips and tricks, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.